Hey, what's up everybody? ForneverWorld here today to do my review of One Piece chapter 648. And this is the chapter where the dust settles, everything is finally over, and we're just taking a look at certain things and such, seeing where everybody's at, the characters and such. And this chapter wasn't for the most part to go crazy over up until the end, but I'll get to that in a bit. So basically one of the characters that is mentioned in the very beginning of the chapter is one of the characters I love to talk about. Goldie Roger was actually mentioned by the Sea Kings, you know, those big giant fish, whatever. They're talking about that they think Luffy could have heard them talking, and they're like, no way. But then they remember a case of somebody that could, and it was Goldie Roger. One of the things I liked about this is, again, it just proves Goldie Roger saw everything, he did everything, he accomplished everything that Luffy is trying to accomplish, and that's what truly makes what I think would be the Pirate King. Like, you know, Luffy's going through everything Goldie Roger went through, and then some, in my opinion. And I just thought it was awesome. We see a little panel of like Goldie Roger saying, "Who's there? Who's up?" You know, in the sea or whatever. He's like talking to Rayleigh, I believe. And I really enjoyed that panel. I thought that was a very nice panel. We also see Vanderdecken and Hody Jones. They are captured. They are alive but beaten up. They look like two monsters. I believe even one of the fishmen, one of the people or whatever of the town were like, "Can you believe these monsters were living right next to us, or staying right next to us and such?" And I guess, they didn't die. I thought one of them would have died, but whatever, they're captured and such. And also we get some type of mention of Caribou. His name wasn't mentioned, but the events of what he was doing was mentioned. Basically, all those mermaids that got kidnapped were retrieved, and, none of them were harmed, I believe, but all the treasure was gone, which is kind of disappointing because I wanted to see another fight with Caribou, but maybe down the line, he's probably going to get stronger or something. We'll see a fight down the line. But it is disappointing because I wanted to see the Caribou stuff either wrapped up in this arc or something, some epic fight or something with Caribou, because it started in the beginning when they were going down to Fishman Island with Caribou, him attacking and such. So I kind of wanted to see some closure with that part. But, everything can't be wrapped up like Oda always does. Oda wraps up everything, so it's possible that Caribou's going to have a larger part in another arc, down the line. So I guess that's why he wasn't wrapped up. And I guess one of the pivotal parts of this is basically Luffy lost a lot of blood, and he needs a blood transfusion, and basically none of the crew has that type of blood, and there's a law that he can't fishermen can't donate blood to humans. The king is just like fed up with all that, like, he's already talking like it's time for a change, which I really like that because it shows the growth and all that the Straw has accomplished being on Fishman Island, that the king is saying, throw that stupid rule out. So definitely that's something that I thought was a very nice addition to some of the dialogue, and seeing, wow, even the king is changing his view of humans and this whole scenario and such. And basically Jinbei offers up his blood, and Jinbei's like, take as much as you need. And again, Jinbei, the wise fisherman, strong and everything, and he's always doing the right thing, and I really enjoyed. Again, he stepped up. He was blood type F like Luffy, so he stepped up. And the best part of this chapter, in my opinion, which I could go on and on and on, I'll possibly make a video sometime talking about this more in depth. They're laying on the floor, and Luffy finally comes to, and he tells Jinbei, "Will you be my Nakama?" I was like, oh man. So basically I'm assuming he meant be, a new Straw Hat member, because Nakama means friend, and I don't know if he meant be my friend or be like, a part of my crew. Now, I'm pretty sure he meant a part of my crew because he was already kind of Nakamas with him. They've already been sort of friends or whatever. But, if Jinbei is the next Straw Hat, that kind of ties in with everything, because one of the worries I had about a new Straw Hat would have been that they wouldn't have been, they wouldn't have gone through everything that the Straw Hats previously went through. But Jinbei knows a lot of what they went through and such, and I'll go into that in another video. But there's so many things to talk about with that, and it's just crazy the way Oda ended the chapter with that. I want to know Jinbei's answer, what's going to happen with that. Left me in such a cliffhanger, like, ooh, why Oda? But overall, great chapter, definitely the way to end it properly, Yeah, I'm sure there's still other stuff to explore, but, Caribou basically got away. Well, supposedly got away. The Vanderdecken and Hody Jones are tied up. Luffy, he's going to get cured. It's funny, the whole Chopper thing, too. Chopper was beaten down because Monster Point takes a lot out of him using that. Basically, for 2 or 3 hours, he can't even walk or anything. So, in order to do treatment on Luffy, they had to, like, carry him around. It was funny. But let me know what you thought of the chapter. What are your predictions with Jinbei's answer? Is he going to say yes? Is he going to say no? Did Luffy actually mean, like, be my Straw Hat, or just be my friend? And, just overall thoughts on this crazy ending of a chapter. And, just your thoughts in a comment or a video response. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you enjoyed that crazy twist at the end of the chapter, and have an awesome day, people.